It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Ernest Jones. He's been one of the best blitzers in the NFL this season and is among the league leader in sacks. It's the Rams and the Hawks, and it's coming
As
up
the sun
next
starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott, alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, or at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. They figure out who they are and what they are right now. Their biggest strengths and their most glaring weaknesses. In this game, it's about emphasizing those strengths, hiding those weaknesses, and playing some winning football.
And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. They'll be led out by the 12th-year pro from West Virginia, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
Hey, here we go, hey. Here we go,
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Hey, here we go.
Throwing on third, Smith finds him. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Let's see what he can do on the return. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 16-year pro, rebounded from an injury last season, Matthew Stafford.
Long before this guy named Mahomes in Kansas City was throwing no-look passes and crazy off-platform throws, there was a guy doing it in Detroit. His name was Matthew Stafford. Nobody really noticed, though, because the Lions, they just didn't win enough to be relevant. Well, fast forward to putting Matthew Stafford in L.A., and we know the rest of the story. A Super Bowl champ, and after being banged up a year ago, came back and elevated those Rams to yet again another playoff opportunity. When I think of the guys that I just simply love to watch throw it, there's not very many on this planet that do it better than Matthew Stafford.
Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? I'll put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
On first down, here's Stafford. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Set.
They'll run the toss for Williams. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Rams don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And he's been carrying a great campaign now into the heart of this season. He's hitting top 5 in rushing yardage. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Smith. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. All right, set now. 1st and 10. They'll go with Walker on the counter. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Jared Verse on the tackle. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 44-yard line.
Running with Walker again. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. They get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. He fields it cleanly. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. They fake the handoff now, Stafford. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Cooper caught the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Motioning the tight end now. Stafford to throw again on 2nd. Buys time, rolling right. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Draw play. This is Williams. Finds a big lane. And finally they catch up to him at the 11. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Rams are going to have a first down. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Rams pull that in front further, 13-zip. Kyren Williams, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams double their lead to 14. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Eskridge to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Taken in by Noah Fant. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Smith setting the throw. The Rams get to him, and he's dropped. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity in any success for an offense.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Seahawks are on the move here. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long.
Here we go, here we go.
Another try following the sack. Escapes out. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Hey, here we go, hey.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Handoff to Walker from the gun. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right?
Still 3rd down.
That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down.
Here we go, sit on.
Running it after the penalty. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. It's taken at midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyren Williams again. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. First and 10 from the 41.
Set.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Taking a shot deep down the field. It connects on the deep shot. It's an LA touchdown. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams stretch their lead to 21. The Rams kicking team is ready. And they're going to send this one away. And he tried to finesse that one far too much. It doesn't come close to the landing zone, so set this drive up at the 40. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10 now. Here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. All right, here we go. Second down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Completed to Lockett. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tre'Davious White there on the stop. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Shotgun snap to Smith. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself, third and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense, well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
Stafford now on first down. On the move, headed right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That brings us to halftime with the visiting Rams out in front. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Jordan Love and Jaden Reed hook it up on a touchdown pass. We saw a fine performance in that first half from the running back, Kyron Williams. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Huard.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Rams and receiver Cooper Kupp taking the field once again. And we see that to this point, he's leading the NFL in touchdown receptions as we work through November and into our final month plus of play. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey!
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Headed out right. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. It's a race down the right side. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams grow the lead coming out of halftime. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams continue piling on to this lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawks offense running out now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. He cuts it back right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st down, ball at the 36. A play fake, now Smith to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, we got Simone!
From the gun, Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Let's be real clear, there is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And the Rams will take possession. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Set!
Here's Williams to start the drive. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Williams. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They send the tight end in motion. Throwing now on first down, Stafford. He's on the move. On the move, looking deep. Big game downfield. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
So the Rams keep the offense out there. They're deciding to try for two. He's throwing for it. Chased out to his right. And they aren't slowing down in the slightest. 2 more to their lead. Man, what a blowout we've got here. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He'll take this at the 10. Returns looking good so far. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go.
It's Walker on the option. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On third down, Walker. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. And he can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire, getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Rams football, and they don't got to do much. They've already earned a massive lead. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. On first down, they'll run. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Caught the motion, man left. They go right back to him. Another carry for the receiver. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Let's see what they went with on third down. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still third down.
Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Down the road. He's got it deep downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Rolling left behind some. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Rams continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock. And there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Cardi now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams grow their lead yet again. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out.
Here we go.
First down, Smith to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Trying again following the sack.
Hey, on turn.
And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets them up with a third down.
Woo! I am not sure how we didn't see a safety right there. Oh, my gosh. I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back. It was heading right for disaster, but saved himself just a couple yards short.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third.
There we go, sit down. There we go, sit down.
Now an inside give to Walker. And it's a gain of 5 as we've reached our 2-minute warning. They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Punt taken near midfield. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Set.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Nakua nabs this one along the sideline. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Ready.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Third and long for him here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Rams throwing 6 more on the blowout. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams continue adding on to that lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Has this at the 6. He lost the football. And the ball skips out of bounds. Lucky for them, no lost fumble there on the kick return. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. Cut by Lockett. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Smith on first down. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Ready.
Stafford from the gun. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Throwing is Stafford on third. Escapes the pocket. Has it down close. Touchdown, L.A. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines. But for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score, you're going to want to eat, no matter what the game situation is, and they used every last second available.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Rams are winners as we say so long from Seattle.